catch some bad guys. This is my first stream in a while, so it's basically like my first stream again. But yeah, I just really wanted to catch some bad guys. I've been playing the Miles Edgeworth game, and I wanted to go back to Phoenix. I wanted to start that journey again, so let's get into it. If the controller wants me to. Oh, okay. Into it. There we go. Yes, we're playing this game. First turnabout. Yes. Oh no. He dropped all that cherry soda and apparently farted at the same time. I can't get talk. God, not like this.
I don't hear.
Oh, hang on. I've just been told that we don't hear the sounds from the game. Let's see if we can fix this.
Yeah, there's.
Okay, we're gonna fix this.
I mean, that should.
Yeah, this is a game where it's nice to hear game stuff.
Yeah, like put on like.
Oh yeah, that'll help.
So that you can hear it. Can you hear?
No, yeah, I can't hear it.
That's weird.
It is really weird.
Yeah.
Oh, and also thank you, by the way. I love the avatar too. Oh my goodness, refresh me. The name of the person who made the avatars.
Rico-chan?
Rico-chan, that's right. Yes, all the love and thanks to Rico-chan.
Okay, wait, I'm gonna do this thing. I'm gonna switch it to another thing.
Oh, I started hearing you talking.
Of course that. Wait, what?
Is that doing it? Oh, okay, I still don't hear.
Click on something now.
Here.
There's probably no, like, music. Okay, now are you hearing it?
Nope.
Okay. I'm gonna, like, repeat the thing and then add it again, because I think that's fixed it before.
Okay. Every single time either myself or my husband streams something, there's always issues.
Anything
always.
now? You're clicking.
Nope. Nothing.
Nothing. Why?
Not hearing the beautiful Ace Attorney music. I don't know.
Oh wait, monitor and output. How about now?
Oh, let's try it. No. Still nothing. Man, don't you just love the technical commentary?
I mean, I guess you could, like, plug it and...
Let's see what happens. Oh! It went dark. Mia, she's back! I'm still not hearing that ripping soundtrack. I did hear the fart noise that... Nope, still nothing.
Why is the sound just not going?
Hang on, we might have to start over again. So sorry about that, guys. We'll see. If we disappear, we'll be coming right back.
We can probably just fix it on the stream.
You think so? Okay. Usually that helps. Oh, I'm hearing it. I'm hearing it.
Okay.
We're hearing the soundtrack. Oh, it might be a little loud though. Hang on. Is this it? I'm gonna turn the music down a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. If I need to turn it down any lower, let me know. But this is a great game soundtrack, so always got to hear it. It bops. All right, we're into it. We did it. We fixed those technical problems. Okay. Right. All right, time to get my Mia voice on. Phew. Glad I made it on time. Oh. See now? Uh-oh, did we just get a new problem?
What?
The video's not changing. It's stuck on phew, I'm glad I made it on time.
Oh.
Oh boy. We fix one problem, another arises. I just want to fight some bad guys. I just want to point my finger at them.
Oh god, no. Good thing I closed the webcam.
Woo!
Okay, yeah, it looks like that.
Okay, there we go. Alright, let's do this. Hi, behind the scenes. Alright.
Okay.
Thank you, my crow husband. Alright.
You're welcome.
Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks? Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life, everything, it's all over! Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death! Despair! Oh! Is he talking about Danganronpa? I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die! It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell him I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? No, it's all over. I'm finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? Person responsible for your girlfriend's death. Newspapers say it was you. Ooh. That's unfortunate. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her.
A body has been discovered!
Yes, it has. By Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, usually not his fault. Just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone. Good guy at heart. That, I owe him one. Which is why I took the case, to clear his name. That's just what I'm gonna do. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. Gosh, okay, what was the voice I gave this guy? The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Are we not playing the tutorial level? Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstance,
I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking, eyesight fading, arms weak, mom spaghetti. Test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant.
Is it me? It's Larry.
Defendant. Oh, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you, and you will do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name?
I know this one. I read the case report over cover to cover so many times. It's... Wait.
Uh-oh. Ah! No way! I forgot! I'm drawing a total blank here.
Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name?
Oh, the victim! Of course I know the victim's name. I just forgot. Temporarily.
I think I feel a migraine coming. Victim's name is listed in the court record. Press the R button to check it at any time, okay?
R button? Is this a game?
Remember to check it often. Good for me.
Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case?
Cinderblock Cindy Stone. Okay, court record. Cindy's autopsy. I'm pressing it. Oh, okay, so it just says Cindy's autopsy. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Am I missing something here? I'm pressing A. Profiles. Okay, there we go. Cindy Stone, age 22. The victim in this case, a model who lived in an apartment by herself. It's a cool haircut.
The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. I was nervous there. It was taking you way too long to figure out the obvious buttons. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was...
The blunt object.
She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no right reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure.
Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne.
Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was this statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
The court accepts it into evidence.
Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have. Use the R button to check the court record.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to stand.
Chief, what do I do now?
Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Hope he doesn't say anything fortunate.
Uh-oh. Eric gets excited easily. Dad.
Mr. Butts, is it true or is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you?
Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Anthony.
Didn't they all die?
I wasn't dumb. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me ever. What's it to you anyway?
Butts, what you described is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. He had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder.
What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it lies. I want to believe a word of it.
Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Indeed. He appears to have returned the day before the murder.
The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears she had several sugar daddies.
Daddies? Look at her?
Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. I should know, I was one of them. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle.
Dude!
We can clearly see what kind of woman this Ms. Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? But I don't think you want him to answer that question.
Yeah, he has a way of running his all the wrong directions. Should I... Happens? Stop him answering?
What if we stop him? I think I usually just let him say stuff.
My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Dude, Nick! What do you mean, irrelevant? That's cheating, G-Dog! I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. And when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone.
Yes. What? Oh boy.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not?
Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh. What do I do? Have him answer honestly?
Let's do it.
I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell truth. Yeah, I was there. I went. Order. Well, Mr. Butts. Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so I didn't see her.
Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Lying?
The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who was your witness?
And who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. I just realized this voice I'm doing is kind of like a weird, monarch from Venture Brothers.
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Side to the stand. Mr. Side, you sell newspaper subscriptions. It's true.
Yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Solid, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder.
Right. Here's some perjury.
I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. Quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment was working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Seems like a pretty cut and dry case to me. Mary, why didn't you tell the truth? I'd defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. They suck. The phone that Mr. Solid used was one of them. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor?
Right, this is it. Real deal.
What exactly am I supposed to do?
You expose the lies in the testimony the witness just gave.
Lies? What, he was lying?
Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty?
How do I prove he's not?
You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. Found a contradiction in it. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay, open the court record with the arm button. Have the contradictions in the testimony. Sorry, I love the music in this game. Alright, so let's press everything.
Isn't a man leaving an apartment a common sight? I find it odd you would take notice of him. I don't know, he just seemed strange to me, that's all. Like, he was mad and yet frightened at the same time. Just like a criminal fleeing the scene of a crime. The defense requests the witness refrain from conjecture.
Of course. What the witness means is the man he saw looked suspicious. So what happened next?
But he must be in a hurry. Half open, say. Yes, the door was half open, or open halfway, yes. I watched for a moment, but no one came to close the door. Odd in a big city like this, I thought.
I see, and what happened next?
What gave you the idea to do that? Well, the door was half open, you see. It's only human to want to peek. We climb mountains because they are there. It's the same thing.
True words have never been spoken. Anyone would look inside. I would.
Why did Payne cut him off so quickly?
So you looked at the apartment. What happened then?
Are you sure she was dead? Well, no, I guess I wasn't. She wasn't moving at all, and there was blood everywhere. I guess that would look fatal to me. Very well, what happened next? I quailed and fright. You didn't touch anything in the apartment? Yes. I mean, no, nothing. Okay, what happened next? You thought to call the police. That mean you didn't actually call them?
Please, listen to the rest of the testimony. You thought to call the police. What happened next?
The phone in her apartment wasn't working? Yes, I mean, no, it wasn't. Right. You said you didn't go into the apartment, did you? Oh, that? I could explain that. There was a cordless phone on the shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call.
And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next?
I use a public phone. Well, you see, I don't have a cell phone. And being in the middle of the afternoon, there was no answer at the nearby apartments. Oh, right. Time did you call again? 1 p.m. Are you certain? Yes, absolutely. Seems really confident.
1 p.m.? Right. That seems strange to you. Present some evidence to contradict him. Oh.
When I present. Ha ha ha! Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. It's that.
Okay. I'm trying to present. Yes. I'm pressing it. Do I have to press R? Huh. Oh, it would help if I could read. There we go.
This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are they?
Oh, what? What? But they are! I agree, Phoenix, they are! Must have used the wrong statement. Yeah, it didn't. But it has to be that. Because Mia even said, right, on this one. Hang on. Exactly 1 p.m. Are you certain? Absolutely. It's really confident. Yeah, 1 p.m. Right. Doesn't that seem strange to you? It does seem very sus to me. I agree. Do I have to do it on the one where it said the phone in her apartment wasn't working, maybe? No. Save. I don't want to lose too many points with the judge. Okay, we're good. Thanks. The phone in her apartment wasn't working. Failed in fright. Lying there. Okay, yeah, I feel like if it's not the one about 1 p.m., then it must be this one. Okay, let's try it again. Getting the right evidence, right? Yes. What? This is so cool. I know some people are like, why are you going back now? Listen, I hate when that bar goes down too low. I was recently playing the Miles Edgeworth game, and I was just letting that bar go down and down and down until it finally got to the last bit, and I was sitting there like, oh shit, now I really have to keep loading it, and it was really tedious. So, I don't want to lose too many points. So it's not that one either. What the hell? This is so ridiculous. This is the tutorial level. Come on. But the time exactly was 1 p.m. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not using a walkthrough during the tutorial level. That'd be the dumbest thing ever in the history of ever. See? Oh, okay. Yeah, alright. I feel stupid now. Whatever. Man, he talks a lot. Okay, so... Here. So apparently I was presenting the wrong evidence. Man, this is embarrassing. This is the first trial. This is the tutorial level, and I had to look that up again. We apparently have to use Cindy's autopsy report. Because, I guess it's because it lists the time of her death. Yeah, okay. Okay, there we go.
You found the body at 1 p.m., you're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1. You explain this 3-hour gap. Yeah. Oh, that. Oh,
This is trivial! The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Solid, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, their whole story falls apart.
Wait! I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again?
Right, time of discovery, huh? See, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Huh, funny. I thought the power was out. Frank saw it.
I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. And hopefully I will present the right evidence on the right statement this time, in the tutorial level. Okay. I like pressing all the statements even if I know what I'm supposed to be saying. So let's keep pressing. Because it's kind of fun. You get some interesting dialogue sometimes. You said heard, not saw.
Yes, heard. All I saw was the body lying there. I didn't think to look at anything else, least of all my watch. That a little strange. So you're saying you heard something. And if you were so shocked by the body, you wouldn't hear anything at all.
The witness did say he actually heard the time. It's ludicrous to suggest he wouldn't hear anything.
I have to agree with the prosecution. Witness, continue your testimony. Are you sure it was a television and not radio? Well, no, I guess it might have been a radio.
Incidentally, there was no radio on the premises. There was only 1 large television.
Right. I can't put my finger on it. Something about this seems fishy. Something about hearing the television.
The witness has testified he heard the time.
How do you explain the gap? Well, witness, can you explain this? Video. Yes, that would explain why the time was wrong.
True. Right? Problem lies someplace else.
We're agreed that you heard the time at the scene, then.
That's why I thought it was 1 p.m.
Are you sure the voice you heard said it was 1? Yes, I can practically hear it now. It was quite clear. Mr. Payne, has the prosecution verified this statement?
My apologies, Your Honor. I, too, have only just heard that the witness heard the time.
I'm really sorry. I only remembered it just now.
Are you, though?
Well, you just watch it! Why pressing him on that one was?
No, but it's fun.
Okay. Alright. So,
Let's look at Let's see. Blackout record. Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6. You don't need the passport for this. Okay. So we're operating under the assumption that he misheard the time. So We already know that it was between 4 and 5. That's what we're talking. And the blackout record states it was from noon to 6, so that does involve that time span. So our evidence is the blackout record. I think is it victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That is my guess. And yes, I'm saving again. I'm just a cautious person, okay? Okay. Do this. Yes! You always know you're right when the music stops and then the little bar goes away, so that's good.
Hold it right there! The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Well, the defense has a point. Literally, he pointed at you. You have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit?
No, I find it puzzling myself. Quite.
Oh, wait, I remember now. Mr. Sawit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That seemed rather distraught. Why are you so sweaty?
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony. Once more, please. With feeling.
Actually, didn't hear the time. I saw it. Get it? My name? Saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw.
You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly. Press him.
Strikes me as a very suspicious mistake. Yes, I could see how it'd be a little doubtful. I'm really sorry. I only just remembered that table clock.
Was there? Table clock.
Was there a clock at the scene? This is the first I've heard of it. The murder weapon? Yes, the table clock that was used as a weapon. That's what I just said. Did you doze off in the middle of my testimony or something? It's fishy. Must have been what I saw. Why didn't you tell us that in the first place? I guess it just slipped my mind. I'm not really sure how it happened to myself.
The witness says he saw the table clock. End of story.
Now, find the contradiction. And I know what it is because it was not a clock in the record, so he's sus as fuck. Okay. The murder weapon. Okay. I'm used to playing this on the DS, so using the controller is very strange to me. A blunt trunk. Death. Trauma. Clicking on it and it's not expanding at all. So it doesn't say that the statue is. I remember. I think it's supposed to be this one. If it's not that, then it's going to be the autopsy. There we go.
Wait just a moment. The murder weapon isn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? Well, you with your objections and your evidence. Just what do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Solid. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock.
Your Honor, if I may,
Yes, Mr. Payne?
as the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony?
Yeah, I do.
Your Honor, there was a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment.
He's sus as shit. Clearly a contradiction.
Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he... You're lying! You went inside the apartment. Oh, you were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Ah! Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her, which is something I'm going to do in every case that follows from here on out. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard.
Whoa, this is really interesting.
Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. This is a fascinating story. They should make an anime out of this. Yes, Your Honor, I agree. They should, and it'll have a bopping theme song. Mr. Salt, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon just spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. It's disgusting. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? I've never... Look, the clock, I heard... No, I mean, I saw... Yeah!
Shut up, shut up, shut up! Shut up! I hate you!
It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Burn!
Give him death!
Woo!
Gray.
Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? Full case is writing on this. Better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Solid heard was definitely the clock. A fact which is clear if you simply ask the neighbor.
By sounding the clock, yeah.
Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully.
I think it's 8:25.
It certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, you tell me what time it is now.
It's 11:25. Ah!
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Solid heard and the actual time of death. Mr. Solid, try to talk your way out of this one.
You forgot one thing.
What's he talking about now?
It seemed like the clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case.
That's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness, or indict the witness, unfortunately. This ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Summit. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens! You treat me like a criminal! A criminal! You lawyers are all slime! Dad. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it.
Not so fast, Mr. Solid.
Mia! I mean, Chief!
Oh, hey there, Lurker. Thanks for the good words, dude. I appreciate it. Listen up, Wright. Throw this away. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think.
But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. But he can prove that.
Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. By thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason. The proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow?
Yes!
I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, Wright. Find it? Let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt.
Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
Oh, I don't know.
Travel, that's what.
The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. 3 p.m. there. It's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow. It was 9 hours fast! The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Solid? Or should I say, Mr. Did It?
Oh! I love Phoenix. He just straight up foams at the mouth.
Order, I say! That was some crazy ass shit! Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. We all expected Mr. Wright to fail terribly. Mr. Payton, your witness?
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly, and find the true culprit at the same time. It's insanity! Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Boss, not guilty!
Woo!
And with that, this court is adjourned. Bye, bitches! Turns out, Frank Solid was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman, check and see when that day. Larry went to her apartment. The victim wasn't. After he left, Solid let himself in.
Wow!
While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Solid grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. I still can't believe we won.
Right. Good job in there. Congratulations.
Thanks, Chief.
I owe it all to you. Not at all. Not at all. You fought your own battles. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. Never see the chief looking this happy. She's this glad. Imagine how Larry must feel.
My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean bad, 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 bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Whitney's gone, man. Gone forever.
Larry, she was... Congratulations, Harry.
Harry?
Yes, you. Harry Butts. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent.
Oh, thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat.
Oh no, I couldn't.
Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present.
Present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that...
Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me.
Really? This? Oh, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento.
Yo, Nick. You believe it? So into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you want to just cry?
Larry. You're so sure.
Excuse me?
I think she thought quite a lot of you, in her own way.
You don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay.
I'm not just sympathizing. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him.
Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Check this out, Larry. Proof positive. Some chapter. What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. She took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. Think so? Pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Think of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel...
Right? See the importance of it. Also, hopefully you realize change depending on how you look. Never really know if you're guilty. What we can do is, in order to believe in them, you have to believe. Strong. Never let go of what. I think our work is done. Shall we be off?
Yeah, I guess so.
Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was...
Yeah, part at least.
You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks.
So, my first trial came. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." And I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay him. Unless you count the clock he gave me. Didn't know what that clock was. The center of it. Promised to tell the chief. Larry, I promised I wouldn't be.
Episode has been added. Yes. Let's get sad. Hello?
Hello? This is Maya.
Hey, Maya. Me.
Mia! What's up? You haven't called in a while.
Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been?
Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place.
Good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask.
I know, I know. You want me to hold evidence for you?
Sharp as always. A lot of buzz about the outcome. Just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here.
I gotcha. So, what is it this time?
It's a clock.
A clock?
Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, the thinker. It really tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always like toys.
Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis.
Oh no, you know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right.
Oh, it's not working? That's lame.
I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. Put some papers inside instead.
First, is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way. Yes.
Then you come by the office tonight. Say 9 to pick up. I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then.
Okay, sis. But expect dinner. Good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger.
Okay. We'll hit the usual joint.
Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis. See you soon.
Yep. Be waiting. Conversation.
It's fair. I'll take what's mine. The paper.
I'm sorry. I can't give you. I don't have.
It's fair. Well, I see it. Swallow. You are not ognivorous. Gathering information. I should have. Oh, my dear. Oh, very sorry. But I'm afraid I must ask you. You're eternal. Well, Miss Fay.
Oh, Mia!
Oh. Okay, I was just told we were having some audio difficulties, so hopefully that helps.
It was still pretty.
Oh, the music was still pretty loud? Okay. All right. So music should be lowered a little bit now. And because I was told I was kind of going in and out here, so hopefully this will be better. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh? That's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia! You know, I should be going faster, but, you know, I'm just gonna examine. I smell blood, and that can't be good. I have to check and see if Mia, the chief's okay. But what do we think about this plant? I smell blood. Okay, point taken. Let's go. That smell. Blood.
Sis.
Someone's there. Chief? Chief? Chief! Who are you? The fainter. To go along with the thinker, get it? Anyway, this strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade, until finally, she was cold. Chief. Chief, it's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here, she was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker, lying next to her, must have been the murder weapon. God damn it, thinker! Again? There were some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. Nothing else. It seems like a clue here. A piece of paper. It must have fallen out of Mia's hand. What could it be? The word is spelled in blood on the scrap of paper. It says Leon. Maya. Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from the department store, dated yesterday. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I'd better call the police and find out what that girl was doing here. It's encrusted with dried blood. How ironic that this became the murder weapon again.
I know you said we should call the police, Phoenix. But... No, we already looked at this. She was a with an object. She's probably died instantly. Yep, we see that. Gotta examine everything. Everything that has a yellow magnifying glass. The chief's chair. A simple functional design. Feels pretty good to sit in, too. That girl just now. Where'd she go? I put her right there on the sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me. Yeah! Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay. I work here. Maya. Maya Fey. Maya Fey? Maya. So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt. I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name! Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. It's not like I'm saying you're the murderer. Why would Sis write my name? Uh-oh. Now I've done it. I'd better hurry and call the police. She seems to be in shock. I don't want to disturb her, but I have to know. Excuse me. Can you tell me what happened? I came in. The room was dark. And Sis... So she was already dead. So you're the chief's... sister. I'm her younger sister. And you were here, visiting? This late at night? Yes. She said she wanted to... She said she wanted me to keep some evidence for her. Evidence? Yeah. It was that clock. It was the thinker. About the thinker. The thinker. That was... Oh, Sis. Probably shouldn't have asked her about the murder weapon. But it was okay for me to ask her about why her name was on a receipt. Okay. I can't talk to her anymore. I don't really know why I would show her any of the other evidence. I'm supposed to examine the room at all?
No clues here. The reception desk, I usually sit there. Sofas for clients, it's leather, a real luxury model. You couldn't cram more legal books in here, even if you wanted to. Few could gaze upon the shelves without feeling insignificant. A small writing desk, cluttered with office supplies. A large painting. I guess you'd call this modern art. I, on the other hand, call it a mistake. Whoa, Phoenix, hot take. The door to the chief's office. It's slightly open. I'd better not touch the doorknob. Because evidence. Okay. Should I guess I'm supposed to move then. Should I go back into the office? Examine some more stuff. Right, I'd better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. It looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. I can't tell if this is the police announcing themselves because of that question mark. Police? Okay. Oh, okay. I think I know who this is. Please come quick! What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window. She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. That's so weird. If I do that, will they do that again? The phone receiver is missing a few screws. I'd better not use it. Oh, okay. So we're just going to ignore that, or should we go back that way? Should I look at the window again? There's a large building right across from the office. The Gatewater Hotel. A nice, luxurious place. Where people in very pink outfits scream. Serious, all the music in this game is a bop. The Fay & Co. Ledger book. Everything is written in the Chief's ultra-neat handwriting. It's a small office, but it makes a good bit of money. Surprisingly, the Chief was never good with machines. About all she used this PC for was email. She picked up this ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. Oops, wrong thing. A perfectly normal office desk. The Chief had a very particular policy about office decor. Spend big on the stuff the clients use, but keep your own stuff simple. Charlie! Right? That's supposed to be Charlie. The plant. For anyone who's not played this game before, Charlie is the name of the office plant. And we all stand for Charlie. All the Chief's important documents are packed in here. This is where she filed her case records and recent rulings. There's paper on the floor. Is that something? Nope, can't go to that. Okay. Supposed to examine anything else? And we already did that. And the weapon. Got any hot takes to say about that modern art, Phoenix? Oh. Okay. What if I do back and move again? I'm supposed to go out here? Okay. Wee woo wee woo wee woo wee woo wee woo. All I can think of is SpongeBob. And when Patrick, he's like wee woo wee woo. That's all I can think of. The police! Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze! Police! It's the Caps! I'm breathing real heavy. Alright, I'm Detective Dip Gumshoe. Did I say Dip? Dick Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe? What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder. It must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, Kay. Great, just great. Maya, wait.
She wouldn't have. No.
Whoa! Excuse me! This word Maya here mean anything to you?
That's my name.
What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Just like Leon.
Killer? I'm not.
Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am.
What? Dick Gumshoe, you're being a dick.
Mia's younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. You know, before they were looking at fingerprints or anything like that. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around, waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. Wow, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal.
Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning.
Good morning. She looks so tired.
Are you going to be my attorney?
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. First things first, I better get her cheered up. Yeah, of course I will. Cheer up.
Really?
Whoa, did I say the wrong thing? She looks sadder now. What's wrong? You don't think I can do it?
No one could. Who would believe me? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it.
Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought.
It's okay. I understand. And I've also heard about you.
Heard? Heard what about me?
I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day.
Today was my junior partner's first time in court.
Wow, really? How'd that go?
It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while.
So he crashed and burned?
He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he lacks is experience.
Sounds like it was fun.
Well,
I know who to go to if I ever get into trouble now.
I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty.
Ooh. That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you.
No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia.
I know.
There's something I've been wanting to ask you.
Yeah?
What's with that outfit?
Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say.
Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it that you do?
Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium, in training.
A spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Could you tell me about the day of the murder?
Yes. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial.
Evidence?
Yeah, that clock shaped like the thinker.
The one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case?
Right. She said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice?
Her own voice?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone.
You recorded it?
Yeah. I forgot how to delete those things.
So you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone. Let's hear it.
Right. Oh, I just remembered. That detective took my cell phone. Sorry.
Oh, right, of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it.
I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay?
Sure, thanks.
could you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard.
No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see, that morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial.
That's the thinker clock that Larry made. Practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. So then, when did you arrive at the office?
It was right around 9. The lights were off and I could smell blood. Then I found her, my sister.
Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. So you're an acolyte, you're medium in training.
That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world.
Wait a second, you said the Fae family. So Mia was into this stuff too?
Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class too.
I had no idea. Wait,
What?
so you're a real honest-to-goodness spirit medium, with ESP and all that?
Yeah, in training.
Well, can't you contact Mia's spirit then? We could just ask her who killed her.
I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level.
I thought that would be too easy. Huh? Something the matter?
I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go and ask him to represent me?
Sure, why not? I'll go ask.
Thank you so much! I have no one else to turn to.
Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry. Leave it to me.
Thank you. The trial's tomorrow, at 10.
What? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
What if this guy refuses?
They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me.
When will that happen?
They're giving me until 4 this afternoon.
And visiting hours are almost up. I'd better hurry. Right, I'll be back.
Even the sad music is a bop.
Grossberg Law Offices.
Okay, hang on. I gotta take a sip. All right. Let's see. Now, I'm trying to decide what voice to give this character. He may not even show up just yet. I think he's out of the office right now, if I remember correctly. But for anyone who's watched the Game Grumps playthrough of the Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright series, Dan does a very good voice for Grossberg. And Dan himself is Jewish, and so he gives him like a stereotypical, like a cartoony-ish, like stereotypical Jewish voice. It's really funny because he was like, well, he's Grossberg, it makes sense. And I'm like, oh. So whenever I play the game and I am doing the voices for it, on my own, I usually use that voice. So I don't know if I'll do that voice this time around or if I'll try to find something different. I'll admit that's actually where my Gumshoe voice comes from, is Aaron's like, yeah, it's the camp, see? He did that kind of voice for Gumshoe. So mine's a little different. It's obviously not as well done, but I always thought that was really fun. So I picked that up too. But we'll see. So whether Grossberg is here or not, which I'm pretty sure he's not yet, we'll see what voice I decide to do. We'll find out together.
According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. Well, I guess that answers our question, doesn't it? She couldn't say when he'd be back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention, run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick, it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. Ooh, what's this stuff on the table? A table for clients. An elegant ebony case, and if I'm not mistaken, that lighter's made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. An expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. Sensing a theme here. This guy has the taste for the finer things. A solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. But what about the chair? Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelves, filled with expensive-looking books. Funny, they don't look like they've ever been read. Ooh, hot take. Okay, so that was that whole area. Something that I really like about this version of the game is that it tells you what to look for. Like it says, hey, maybe you should examine this. And like maybe some people will think that that's like a cheat or something, but when you're playing on the DS version, or at least when I've played on it, you have to click everything because you don't know what it is you actually have to click on. And what also bugs me about that particular method is you'll click on things, like say I click on this table and it'll tell me something about the table, and then I think, okay, well, what if I have to click on this chair or the bookshelf? It might tell me the same thing about the desk because it's like technically that area. So that was always kind of annoying in the DS version. So I like this, where it just tells you, hey, you should look at this, and once you look at this, you're good at that point. So that's I find that very helpful. But yeah, Grisberg's got a nice office. It's a shame we can't do anything. Guess we're just leaving. Do I just go back to the office? Oh, yes, we do. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues.
Hey, you there! This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry. Don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you?
No, Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry?
Guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer, and you're no killer, right?
He was proven innocent.
Right, and you were Detective Gumshoe, Detective Suede Shoes, Detective Gumtree? Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close my eyes and I'm gonna just pick a random name. No! I didn't even mean to do that, and I actually hit Detective Gumshoe. That's really funny. Okay. Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe? Right, at your service. Hang on, that's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick, get over here. Yeah, yes, sir. Be right there. You're her lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you'd better do it quick.
Phew, he thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. About Ms. Fay, did you do an autopsy?
You want to know the results, eh? Now don't look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. All right. You can see the report, but that's all.
About Maya.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one try you aren't gonna win.
Why do you say that?
The city's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution.
Edgeworth?
Now, I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all.
Prosecutor Edgeworth.
That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you?
I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain. He doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict.
Yeah, don't talk about him that way. You make him barely sound human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case.
So Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became a prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. Of course, there are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. What if I present my badge?
What's that? Sorry, pal, but I got no info for the likes of you.
I was wondering, did you see Maya Fey's cell phone?
Oh, that? I have that.
Do you think you could give it back?
Sure. I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer.
Uh-oh, he's on to me.
Should I tell him straight or not so straight? Ugh. I'm curious. What happens if we tell him not so straight?
Okay, I can't be straight with this guy. But what should I tell him?
Something the matter?
Oh no, that carrying strap on the cell phone.
Yes, it says the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo-Tokyo. Steel Samurai, that action hero on TV?
Yeah, you see that... Oh, that was Phoenix who said that earlier thing. Oh well. Yeah, you see that strap is a collector's item. She was worried it might get lost if it went down to the precinct.
That what she said?
Yeah.
Okay. I wrote down all the numbers she called anyway. Here you go.
Seems he didn't notice the recorded conversation. I guess I've asked all the questions I need to.
You all done, pal?
Yeah, thank you. I'll be heading out now.
No, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to the witness. Anyway, you'd better not. No influencing the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal.
Come to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. The witness.
Yeah, Miss April May. Yeah, I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about it.
Well, you just told me her name. Miss May, huh? So you've sent her home already, then?
You're trying your lawyerly tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial.
So she's still in the hotel across the way.
I guess I should know better than to try to get a detective to leak information. You got that right, pal.
Time to pay a visit to Miss May. I love Gumshoe. He is a cute puppy. He said not to go, so clearly that means we have to go.
Well, hello there, handsome.
Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth.
You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal.
Memo to self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder.
Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting. I can hardly contain myself. Oh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness.
I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one.
AKA me.
The late summer sunlight streams through the window. There's the Fay & Co. Law Office's building, of course. You can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize a face from this distance, though. A simple bit. It's been recently made. Nothing eye-catching here. I wonder about this obvious thing that's sticking out here. Well, but let's look at this plant first. The flowers are fake, as expected. I know sunflowers and tulips, but that's about the extent of my floral knowledge. Ooh. Is this one too modern for you too, Phoenix? Ah, a still scene painting. Wait, should that be still life? Whatever, one of those is hanging on the wall. There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look.
Hey, hey, what are you doing? No touching. Ooh, bad boy. You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you?
Upset? I thought she was going to explode for a second there. I wonder what could be inside the drawer. Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident.
Oh, observe incident? You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary.
Better not encourage her. You know that thing that happened the other day? The bad thing? What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it, pretty please?
Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer.
Oh boy. Could you who exactly are you?
Oh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me?
No, hey, I'm just doing my job here.
You know, you're really cute when you blush.
Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right. Can you just tell me what it is you do?
Well, no. And you had your little hopes up, didn't you?
Oh boy. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you?
Oh, what amazing powers of observation! You must be one of those famous detectives, like on the television.
Oh, no, not me. Just the lawyer.
Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage? Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers.
Oh boy. What do you think of this?
Excuse me, but I'm a witness. But I'm a witness? Police witness? You understand? How could I possibly give you any information in good conscience? Me, the witness. It's just like in the movies.
She's gonna say that to everything I present to her. I'm almost sure of it. Just in case. Okay, yeah. Even this? Yeah, okay. Pretty sure that that's what that means. I examined everything. Nothing else to talk to her about. So I guess we just move. Ooh, it's time for Grossberg, maybe? Nope. Nope, it's not.
If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard.
Oh gosh, what's happening? Okay, what voice? What voice? What voice? All right. Let's see what we do.
So you're the one they say has been looking for me.
Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined.
That badge on your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now?
Yes, well...
Hang on, I'm getting like... I don't know why, but I'm getting like Colonel Sander vibes. I'm like thinking maybe I should give him like a southern voice. Let's see, like,
And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please proceed.
Not busy? Then how come no one could get in touch with you?
Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it.
Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya. Maya Fey.
Yeah, Maya Fey. Go on.
Why the strange reaction?
Yeah, I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible.
Wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow?
Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion.
What's going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? How can you just refuse like that? Please, tell me, why won't you take the case?
Well, you see, it's just I'm busy, you see. But the client...
But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands. Yes, of course. I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye. Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere. Think not. Huh? Did you just say something? I think not, I said. What do you mean? I'm terribly, terribly sorry. But I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy. Why? I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I've nothing more to discuss with you. What's going on here? I've got 2 other things to say to you, so I'm not going anywhere yet. How did you know Mia Fey? She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite certainly. She had a mission, you see. A mission? You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one. That's quite a painting. Yeah, you noticed. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's nothing like Luffy's hat, but it's still good. It's worth at least $3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it, not even to you. I wasn't interested. It's not for sale. I'm not buying. Jeez. Very sorry, but I've got nothing to say regarding this matter. Even this cool phone. Very sorry. God dang it. Still nothing, huh? Nope. What about the autopsy? Oh, alright. Well. Bye, Grossberg. I guess that's all we're doing. Is it time to talk to Maya? Yep. Hiya.
Oh, you're back! Did you find the lawyer?
Well, what do I tell her? We'll see. Just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones.
What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? I see. I've been abandoned then.
Poor Maya. What about your family?
I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young, and I don't know where my mother is.
Don't know? So she could still be alive.
The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man and he ruined our mother's life.
Ruined?
After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer and left the mountain.
So you live by yourself?
Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent or I would lose my powers.
I feel bad for her. All by herself, up on that mountain. So, who was this man who, ruined your mother?
About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate.
Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they?
The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim.
Wow, so what happened?
The case was solved. We thought.
You thought?
The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent.
The police?
The police's consultation with the medium had all been carried out in secret, of course. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother, became the laughing stock of the nation.
I see.
White,
Excuse me? White?
that was his name. My sister told me.
White?
Just a little longer now, before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess.
4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home?
A part of me does want to hit go home just to see what'll happen, but I can't do that. I always have to hit defend Maya. Always. We stand for Maya.
I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you, whether you want me to or not.
Why?
Why? Well, I can't abandon you. Someone else is the culprit. I don't know why. No one is as sad as a person without any friends. I know. I've been there. A long time ago.
Oh, baby Phoenix.
Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me.
That's so kind of you.
Let's fight this one and get you out of here.
Right. Thank you.
Phew, she smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right?
Yes. And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay?
It's a deal. So, what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into that drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. Let's present the phone to her. Hey, I got your cell phone back.
Oh, say, can I listen to my sister's voice?
Oh, poor Maya. Maya's eyes closed. She listened to every word with such intensity. Before long, tears began to roll down her cheeks.
Thank you.
Oh.
Anything? Okay. So it sounds like we're gonna go back to Gatewater.
Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are... I beg your pardon. I am the bellboy of this establishment, at your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? I believe our guest, Miss May, is currently using the, facilities. If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait. No. Hey! Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit. I almost forgot. You came back quick. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Mr. Blue Corp phoned. Mr. White from Blue Corp phoned. Oh, right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Is it Blue Corp or Core? I never know if you should pronounce the P or not. So if I'm mispronouncing it, I apologize. I'm ignorant. Where have I heard that name?
White. That was his name. My sister told me.
Oh yeah, I heard it like about 3 minutes ago. White was the name of the guy who ruined Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? Coincidence? I think not. Let's snoop in the drawer. There's a screwdriver sticking out of the half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap? What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? There is definitely something suspicious about this Ms. May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this. I know it. All right. I'll be using that bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial. That's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom.
Wait, I mean, you know what I mean.
Oh, bellboy? Still there?
Uh-oh, time to scram. I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. It is trial time. Trial time. Trial time. Oh, yes, I already did that. Okay. I love the, like, incoherent babble. It's like... Court is now in session for the trial of Ms. Maya Vey. Here he is, everybody. Here is Edgy Boy. Yes. Now, I love all the characters in this game. Like, I mean, you know, minus a few obvious ones, but Edgeworth, Phoenix, Maya, the main crew, I love them all. I think because I've been playing the Miles Edgeworth game, I have a new appreciation for Edgeworth. So seeing this man right here, it gets me pumped. I'm really excited to see Edgy Boy with his edginess in this trial. But let's not prolong it anymore. Here we go. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth, I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Ooh, wink wink, nudge nudge. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Ms. Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death. Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. That kinda sounded sexist there, Gumshoe. Just a wee bit. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Ms. Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. And I am not taking that obvious joke. I refuse. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Ms. Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Ms. Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh! Smack! Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What if it said, don't suck at this?
When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times.
I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. All right, the Let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene.
Did you? Who did you say you got a call from?
Hey, pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene. Okay, I pressed. Not sure it did much, though. Right. Please continue. And if I press this, who were those two people? Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime? Right, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I get there before the killer got away. Indeed. So, tell us who the two people you found on the scene were. Yes, sir. I'd do anything for you. Miles Edgeworth, I love you. The defendant. I always forget I've already read it, and then I'm like, oh yeah, that thing. Are you absolutely sure it was us? Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you two stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I could pick my points to press with a little more care.
Is that your way of saying I don't have to press everything? I know I don't have to. I choose to. Although, now that you say it, I'm self-conscious. But I'm going to do it anyway. Why's that? What's your reason? Why? We had a witness account describe her. Oh. That was a quick one. Hold on, just 1 second. Oh, see, this is why we press. This is important. The music went away. If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you really have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages.
Sneaky Phoenix.
Yeah. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. I thought it said Leon at first, but I just wasn't paying attention. Lab test results show that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor, why didn't you testify this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know, I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. And did you find any evidence? Now, don't jump the gun, pal. Just listen, I'm getting to the good part. I got a bad feeling about this. Just because you have found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Ho, then who did write it, smarty pants? Who? The killer. Anyone can see that. Huh. You're saying the killer wrote her own name? Buddy, please. She was framed. Hold on.
If that's the case, where's your evidence? I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, pal.
Well, Detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found. But are you sure it didn't say Leon? Do you have proof it was Mia who wrote that?
Of course I do, pal.
Oh, he sounded pretty confident. This might not be good. What kind of tests were those again?
What kind of? Well, I heard they take the little bits in the blood, the hemoglobin goblins.
See, this is why we press again, people. You get these funny interactions of Herma Goblin, Bobbin.
I refuse to testify in this matter, pal. I'm no expert on blood tests.
Yes, that was quite clear. You may continue with your testimony.
Thanks, pal. I mean, Your Honor, sir.
Detective Gumshoe,
Yeah?
I look forward to your next evaluation, as should you.
Oh.
That was a mess.
Right. Where was I?
On which hand was the bloody finger, Detective?
The right hand.
She was right-handed.
Nice try.
Uh-oh, I guess it wasn't too hard to see where I was getting it there. Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name?
Sure. It happens all the time in books and in the movies.
This isn't a movie, Detective.
Ugh.
Let's talk about reality, shall we?
I guess. I haven't heard of many cases. No.
Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name, especially the name of her own sister?
Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal.
Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer.
Order! Order!
That didn't go so well.
Yeah, that's right. What he said.
That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it.
Okay. I know what it is, but I'm still gonna say it. Watch, I'm gonna be confident like I was the last time, and it's gonna fuck up for some reason. But if memory serves me correctly, this is the statement because it leads to the very memeable moment that most people who haven't even played this game have probably seen mention of. Death was instantaneous. Autopsy report.
Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying.
What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have?
You have it backwards, Detective.
Backwards?
The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately.
But
no butting your way out of this one, Detective.
Order! Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had time to write anything down.
Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report?
When?
It was the day after the murder.
The prosecution's point being?
That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor.
What?
A second autopsy was performed yesterday. That scared me so much. It was so loud in my ears. But that was a perfect use of that because, yep, the autopsy was updated! What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blunt. Death was immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there was a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. Thank you. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham, Edwards. The detective's a sham. I'm a sham. Everyone's a sham. Sham, wow. Oh, goodness. Sorry, Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe, you're a sham. How could you give me a faulty report? I thought... Detective Gumshoe. I'm disappointed in you, handing him the wrong report like that. Yeah, I'm sorry, sir. You are at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. What? Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts this evidence. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes, as opposed to someone else's eyes. Because that would just be creepy if she used someone else's eyes. I mean, let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent?
Come on now, Phoenix, don't judge.
Witness, your name, please.
April May, at your service. Wink.
I'm gonna say what's in the asterisk. I have to.
Order. An introduction should not require a reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred?
Gee, I was in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices?
That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw.
It was 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The ends, that's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Wink.
Well, Your Honor, I see it is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... Wait, Your Honor! Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Wink, wink. Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fay's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies.
Oh, you mean the perjury?
Hey, how dare you! Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness?
Oh, hell yeah, I'm doing it.
I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination, if only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to.
She has to have some weakness. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination.
Hang on, gotta take another sip. My Mountain Dew, not Spawn. So I'm gonna finish up with this part of the trial. But when we go to our second day of investigating, I'll probably take a break for the day, and we'll continue later. But we will finish this trial though. So let's keep going.
It was like 9.
Was it 9? Are you sure?
Why did you do that?
Huh? Why? Like, why what?
Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something?
Oh, well, gee.
What? That's it? She can't get out of the question. She can't get out of this question that easily.
I sort of, I had a feeling.
Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling. Blah, blah, blah. You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed.
Yeah, stop him. The poor girl.
Order. Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Poor girl. What about poor me? You looked out the window. What did you see next? The woman with the long hair. That was Mia Fey.
Uh-huh. Slender, sort of, well, some people might say pretty if that's your thing.
Your thing? And the person attacking her. How do you know she was the defendant?
Huh? Well, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay?
There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. Or not. Hold on a minute. The testimony stinks.
What?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that... Did you really see the defendant at all?
Ugh.
Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yeah, what's the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless about this,
Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus.
But...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her, and so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May?
For a second I thought he was saying Miss Maya. Like, why would he be saying that to Maya?
Rawr! What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Wink.
Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her.
I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her, and she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock, the kind of statue-y clock, the thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you?
I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please, begin the cross-examination.
Did you? So, you saw me then too?
Of course! I'd remember that spiky hair anywhere.
Spiky.
The witness will refrain from personal attacks on the defense attorney.
Oh, I was a bad girl. I'm sorry.
God.
Very well. Continue.
Is that right, as in you're right? Or is that right, as in you're right, as you looked from the hotel?
Which hand do I hold my knife in again? Right, it was my right hand, right?
Satisfied, Mr. Wright? Please continue. How convenient for you to remember her hippie clothes.
That's what that's what she was wearing. Oh, and her hair was all done up like a bun.
What happened then?
And she hit her with that weapon. She hit her.
Where did this weapon come from?
She picked it up from the desk.
I see. What sort of weapon was it?
That clocky thing.
It clocked her. Oh my god, I just thought of that. That's so stupid. I'm sorry.
A clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently?
Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all.
No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. A clock. Didn't this...
Oh. Yeah, maybe. Okay. Okay. So, pretty sure it's this one. So we're going to... It's just known... Wait. It is a clock, but... Or is it the autopsy? Maybe? Hang on, let's present this one. I think this is the thing to present. Nope, it's not. Whoops. Oops, 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 oops. Dang it. Okay. The statue clock, the thinker. I think she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. Because I think what they're alluding to is that she couldn't have known it was a clock because she was all the way in another building. So even if she could have heard it, she wouldn't have been able to hear it. Uh-oh. I just noticed the sound thingy stopped. Oh, okay. There we go. I fixed it. Saturate clock, the thinker. Hang on. Let me try something else. Uh-oh. Something's not showing up now. Hang on. Okay. Hang on. Okay. I am not seeing that on the screen. Uh-oh. Technical difficulties. Let me see. I've gotta fix something here. It's really annoying that I can't see it.
Did you try?
Oh, I didn't do that. Nope. I can hear it. That's the good thing. Crow husband to the rescue. Yay! Got it. Okay. So let's see. All right, so she shouldn't have been able to see it. Or not see it, but hear it. So it should have just looked like a statue to her. So why isn't that right? I don't understand it. That's so weird. See, that's the tricky thing with this game, is sometimes the obvious answers, like, if you don't put it on the specific statement, or you're not using the specific item that they want you to use that gets you to the same conclusion, it makes it wrong. So it's like, ah! Okay. Let's see. It could just be the wrong statement. Let's see. Let me try again. Maybe I did something. I'm gonna do it again. Watch it be wrong again. Wait, did I press something accidentally last time? I must have. I must have done something wrong. But that is what I was meaning to present, so... Alright, it worked eventually. What you said just now was quite revealing.
Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Naughty Mr. Lawyer.
You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it.
See, that's what I said.
Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too, and he was found guilty of murder.
Order! Order! It's true, I was there.
Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock?
Oh,
The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here.
The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before.
Well, only once.
He has a point. And I don't just mean his hair. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness.
Phew, that was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over.
huh? What? So what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
What? That's... because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time.
So you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co.
No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room.
The law offices of Fay & Co., where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could have easily heard the clock.
Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied?
In the words of Hamilton, he will never be satisfied.
No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because she couldn't have heard it. It couldn't have rung.
Oh, yeah. It couldn't have rung.
Your Honor, members of the court. It is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty. It's broken.
The batteries are dead. I think she said something about it being full of paper.
That clock is missing its clockwork.
Oh, well, that would be
Really unfortunate for that lady on the witness stand.
How could you possibly?
Just take a look, right now.
Oh!
See anything interesting, Your Honor?
It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty.
Whoa!
Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this?
It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. And therefore, this witness is a big fat liar.
Fat?
Well, Miss May... Tisk tisk. Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing. However, indeed the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction.
Oh, that's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it.
And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed?
Impossible, of course. I have proof.
What?
Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is Maya's cell phone. Take a look at this.
That's a very cute cell phone.
Oh, you have a girly phone.
Wait, this isn't my phone. Also, even if it was, fuck all of you guys. Fuck you. Who cares? Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder.
Order! The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought up to my attention.
Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it.
Grr. The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon.
I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation.
So you just want me to hold onto the thinker for you then?
If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now.
Huh? It's not working? That's lame.
I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry.
Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock?
Well, isn't it obvious? I saw the clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. Wink.
So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright?
Oh yeah, we got a big one. The witness claims she had seen it before. But this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court.
Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before.
It was made by Larry Butts. Your Honor, it's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible. Everything is sold in stores.
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh! Phoenix burns so many people on the witness stand. I love it. I'm here for it. Oh, excuse is not on sale today. God, he just keeps doing it! Oh no! Her heart thingy just went upside down. Do.
What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die!
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is the court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Oh, silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did. Wink.
Scary.
Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior?
Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you had heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard. That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock.
And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock.
Boom, baby! Have a look at this.
Oh, that.
I found this in Miss May's room. I wasn't snooping or anything. I'm sure I had a warrant to do that.
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is.
Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Ms. Mia Fey's phone, were you not?
Ugh, ugh.
Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it is not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not.
Oh yeah, I think I can. It's simple.
What?
I love it. Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is the phone. I present the defendant's cell phone.
Yes, we've seen that.
Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim.
Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while.
Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me.
Again? What's it this time?
It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time.
Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong?
Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May!
Shut up, all of you! What gives? You lawyer!
It's not fair, all of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it?
That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question.
Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity-tapping her irrelevant?
She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant.
While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone?
I'd like to see her pull that off.
Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil, evil grin. You're probably thinking I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
Damn, she's good.
Well, you're not the first man who's thought that. And of course I can, and I will.
You can't be serious. No way.
Way, I say, way. And I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer.
Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts, and then you have regular cold coffee.
Iced coffee?
Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy. Wink.
Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder.
So, where does that leave us?
It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No, they're going to let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow.
Well, does the defense have anything to say?
Well, come on, think of something.
The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
I think you've sunk it quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she's innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. You know, because that seems totally fair. That is my condition. What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. You know, how normal currents work. What should I do? Alright, I've got nothing to lose, except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Yugi boy. Uh-oh. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy.
I was reading the Phoenix Wright art book that my friend got me for my birthday. And if I remember correctly, there was a part that talked about the bellboy, and I guess they didn't want to draw a separate sprite. So that's why they used the one where he's in the hotel, so, you know, the one holding the tray. And I guess since they did that, they were like, well, let's just go ham with it, as you'll see in a little bit what ends up happening with the use of the tea set and all. But yeah, and that, as the book went on to say, that kind of like led the future for this game and like its comedy tone and everything. I might be misremembering some of it, but I do recall them talking about the bellboy, and I thought that was funny.
Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. I brought it to her precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right, I'm ready. I hope this is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished.
Four generations, really? What exactly is it that you do at the hotel?
Why, anything required of me, sir. I check in guests, I check out guests. I clean rooms, I make beds. I even deliver room service, sir. I checked Miss May in personally.
Are you always so prim?
Mr. Wright, you will refrain from asking frivolous questions.
Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone?
Absolutely, sir.
How can you be so certain?
I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and I... The point being, I remember her quite well, sir. Yes, what then?
Nine on the dot, you say?
Yes, I confirmed the details several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9 o'clock, time of the murder. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. Oops.
Oh, you did you?
Precisely 9, then. Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir. 9 o'clock p.m. How could you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, tea. I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9, sir. Why would she be so particular about the time? You are sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It is an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with an embracer, sir. Embracer? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But I'm not French. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never, ever forget, sir. I will never wash my face again. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something. She wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Tisk tisk. Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I?
We got a protest. Of course we do.
Wait, please. Yes, the defense has... does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright. I will give you one more question. That's all. Okay. This is really it now. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Oh, shoot. Just in case. Because I know sometimes when they give you the option to look at something and they say you only have one chance, you can go back to it. But I think in this case, it is just one chance, though. I'm almost certain it's either check-in or bed making. Let's go for check-in. Tell me about check-in. Tell me about when you checked in Miss May. Oh, all right. Very well, sir. Very well, sir. My first thought was that she was beautiful. A beautiful person. She's just my type of girl, so it was a disappointment, really. I see. Excuse me? What exactly was a disappointment? Well, I'm not without charm, sir, but even I'd have a little chance with her lover there. What did he say? What did you say? Rather quiet. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Did Miss May check in with another person? I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're not normally supposed to mention. Or that's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite. Indeed. It was good. It was the good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who, he asked me not to mention if it wasn't specifically asked, sir. Oh, you fool! You foolish fool! I've done it! I've won! Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room. That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? But who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple. It was... the man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. What a convenient little setup, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned.
Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there.
Really?
I think I might be your newest fan.
Oh, I was just doing my job, you know.
Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too.
Huh?
That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips. It sends shivers up my spine.
If you say so.
So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now?
Well, no, I don't think so. Not yet.
Oh, I see.
But I got a great lead in today's trial.
A lead?
That man with Miss May. He's the key.
Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that? Anyway.
I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to find out more about this man.
Do you think he was the one who...
Maybe so.
Sis,
Don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow. I promise.
I'm counting on you.
I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free.
To be continued on the next stream. Woohoo! Yes, we're saving. All right. So, we finished the first trial in the second episode of the Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright series. So, yeah, more on this later. Thanks for coming, and I really appreciate anybody who stopped in to watch the stream. Have a great rest of the night or day, wherever you're watching this, and yeah, see you next time.